for global peace and solidarity. So please put your hands together as the Security Conclave is being formally inaugurated by our Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Shashidhar Reddy, Vice Chairman, NDMA. Thank you very much indeed, sir, for kindly lighting the traditional lamp and formally inaugurating the Security Conclave. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before I invite Shri Sushil K. Jwerajka for his welcome address, I have the privilege of introducing him. Shri Jwerajka is Chairman Artheon and Omnigrid Micropower Company Private Limited and President ILFI. He has over 35 years of rich experience in all aspects of business with a special focus on finance, strategy and negotiations. Over the years, he has set up joint ventures and held long-term partnerships with some of the world's largest companies, including Ericsson of Sweden, Matsushita of Japan and HP Global Finance of the US. He is also the chairman of the Omnigrid Micropower Company Private Limited, which is pioneering in rural telecom power with renewable energy using patented technologies. In recognition of his contributions to the industry and entrepreneurial landscape, Mr. Jwerajka has been appointed as chairman of FICCI, Federation of Indian Chambers and Commerce and Industry, and WRC, Indo-Arab Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and member of Frontier 100, a network of successful African, South Asian, US and European business leaders that aim to increase business growth and investment in the frontier market. The other positions include past presidentship of International Chambers of Commerce, All India Organization of Employers and charter member of the Indus Entrepreneurs, Management Council, member of World Trade Center, Mumbai and member of American Business Club. In these capacities, he has led and received several delegations across the globe with the Prime Ministers of India and other senior cabinet ministers. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome Shri Jwerajka for his welcome address.
A very good morning to all of you. Our chief guest for today's conclave, Sri Shashidhar Reddy ji, the Vice Chairman of NDMA, our guest of honor, General John P. Abizade, Mrs. Meera Shankar, former Indian Ambassador to the United States, Sri Samal Datta ji, our guest of honor, the former Governor of Nagaland and former Director of Intelligence Bureau, Sri Kishan Verma ji, my colleague Dr. Mahesh Reddy, distinguished panelists, delegates, especially the delegation that has come from CTC in the United States, General Jack Chain, Yama Johnson, Stephen Saldana, members of the press and media, ladies and gentlemen. I have been often asked as to why a civilian businessman like me has got involved in organizing a security conference. It should have been organized by people from the security world. But I recall a couple of years ago when I was invited by the Austrian government to speak on India to a distinguished group of Austrian businessmen. And after my address in the Q&A, one of the Austrian businessmen asked me, how safe will Austrian investments be in India given the hostile security environment around in your country? My answer to him was that security threat is not a problem only of India, it's a global phenomenon, and together we have to face and find solutions to the problem of security. And it would be a losing battle if we were to get scared and decide not to make investments in areas which are threatened at their borders or within their countries. And it was at that time that I decided that civil society has an equal role to play in securing a nation, as we feel threatened from all quarters. It is my honor and privilege to welcome all of you to the ILFI's first conclave on security, intelligence and technology. Emerging economies like India are majorly dependent on the quality, resilience and most importantly, security of the infrastructure. In fact, protecting and ensuring the security of a country's critical assets associated with food, water, public health, emergency services, government, defense, energy, communications, transportations, banking, etc., are essential to any nation's security, economic vitality, and ultimately a way of life. Increasingly, critical assets in the private and public sector alike are targets of traditional and non-traditional security threats. In response, what is needed is a sound policy environment, public-private cooperation, and funding of innovative security solutions to address these vulnerabilities. This, however, remains a huge challenge. The Security Conclave held over today and tomorrow is our first step towards addressing these challenges and work towards creating a blueprint for a strong and secure infrastructure, and upon whose foundation we hope the Indian economy can reach its full potential. In the months preceding the conclave, ILFI brainstormed with eminent people representing a variety of interests, experiences and expertise, and through their invaluable inputs, we were able to crystallize the thematic sequence of this conclave. It is our belief that there is a need for a broad-based grassroots sensitization on all aspects of security, both homeland and external. It is imperative that the common man should feel as if he is a stakeholder in the gradually enveloping security landscape of India. Equally important is the sharing of experiences by other countries as they address their own security challenges. In this regard, we are fortunate to have with us at the conclave some of the best experts in the field of security, not just from India, but also those representing premier global institutions. General John P. Abazade, who is here with us today, currently holds the distinguished chair at the Combating Terrorism Center at the United States Military Academy at West Point. Furthermore, the high-level organizing committee has provided valuable inputs in the structuring of this conclave. Some members, especially Mr. N. Gopalaswamy, Mr. D. R. Karthikeyan, Mr. D. Sivanandan, and Mr. Krishan Verma, have been our constant source of inspiration